Yeah, empty bottles of red wine laying on the floor from last night. We got a little drunk, yeah. Now I'm a little numb. Spending hours by your bedside, talking till it's dark out somehow. Can get you off my.
Hello, everyone. I am glad to be here today. Finally. Finally. And I finally get to go live on TikTok. I am out of TikTok jail officially today. Okay, you guys. So you already know this is Snack Cackle Talk. And I am your host, Lacey. And um, today is what I created a while ago and did not think I would be using is Hot Mess Friday. Hot Mess Friday. Um, because over the past week plus, I have been a hot mess. I tried to go live on here with you guys, Monica and I, while we were at work on our lunch break yesterday for Freestyle Thursday, and we was basically gonna squeeze in a 20-minute collab on catching up from Tuesday, and it just didn't happen for us. And we had everything set up and ready to go. All we had to do was push go live. And unfortunately, it just buffered and it buffered and it buffered and then it went away and I had to redo it again. And it buffered and then it went away and I did it a third time. And the third time, it just didn't even allow me to go live. It only allowed for me to record. So that was it. We did a recording. I don't even know if y'all could hear us or anything of the sort, but I ain't never recorded on my stream. So I don't know how that works. So I have to figure that out. If I have to edit and add all the extras, I have no idea. But I was expecting it to upload, but it didn't. But anyway, Hot Mess Friday, y'all. That is me. So, my topic for today is road rage ends deadly. Okay, so this is a story that came my way um, a couple days ago, and I wanted to cover it on Tuesday, but was unfortunate to do so. And and as a result, I'm having to back report what I wanted to report on Tuesday. So a road rage ends deadly. Okay. If you all are new to my page, I want to give you guys a very much warm welcome to my page. And if you have a moment out of your day, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube. Follow me on all of my live, on all of my streams. I'm here on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Just follow me on all streams and comment if you feel the need. I am welcome to comments, okay? Um, Other than that, let's get started, okay? Yes, I have to go to work today. I can't BS around like I was in the beginning. I have no more time to BS around. I do, but I still got a few more months in a year, and I don't want to use it all up. So I have to take my N to work and do some work today. But back to our topic. Our topic is road rage ends deadly. And you have, unfortunately, so unfortunate. A father is torn. A father is torn. Okay, so you have Joseph Figueroa. Figueroa, I could be pronouncing it wrong. I apologize. But he is torn between bailing out one son from jail while he mourns the loss of another son and prepares for the services for the other son. Now, this story that I came across is a very sad story. Uh, what you have is one son, 19 years old. So they're both practically teens. One son is 19, one son is 17. Okay, so the son that is 19, I believe his name is Xavier. He is in jail. Okay. He is in jail for unaliving his 17-year-old brother. Okay, so what happens with this brother is the 19-year-old. He hit his brother with his car and unalived him, but the story reads was that it was an accident. That's the story, is that he accidentally hit his brother with his car. Okay, so the story that came to me was that okay, so this is in Arizona. And all this happened on the 13th of September. Okay. I guess in the afternoon, almost 8 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, so you have this 19-year-old. He claims he was trying to strike another man who was attacking his 17-year-old brother. So he was trying to hit another man that was attacking his brother. And as a result, he accidentally hit his brother instead. So, and now his brother has been unalived. And now he is facing first-degree murder for unaliving his own brother on accident. It reminds me of like these movies where, you know, you have people fighting in the streets or whatever it may be, and then here comes somebody trying to run them over. And just like in the movies, the bad guy jumps out the way and you end up hitting someone that is not intended to be hit. And that's what this sounds like happened. And so the father is just like, just tell me the truth so I can figure out how to help him. He wants to figure out how he can help his son that's in jail, that unalived his brother that was 17. So I am praying for this family because this is very sad. I want to say this is it Yuma, the parking at the Starbucks parking lot in Yuma is Yuma is how you spell it. So and this happened on September the 13th around 7:57, 8 o'clock p.m. in the parking lot. And one brother done accidentally unalived his other brother while trying to hit an attacker. So it says that okay, no, Xavier. Okay, Xavier was the 17-year-old. His 19-year-old brother that hit him was Juan. So so let me correct that. Xavier was the victim that was hit, and Juan was the brother that accidentally hit him. And a 36-year-old man whose name was not released publicly. So I wonder, did the other guy actually get hit, but he just didn't die, or what happened? It's so sad. But this kid, I have the photo here, but because he's a minor, I have posted minor pictures on here, but I didn't post his. It's I'll see if I post it or not. But it's just so sad overall, y'all, that this kid was that this happened to him. And why were they even being attacked? It says that a road rage incident allegedly developed in a parking lot, which led to a fight between three individuals. The fight allegedly resulted in one striking his younger brother Xavier with his car. And the 36-year-old man involved in the incident was questioned by police and subsequently released. I mean, technically he didn't do it. But why were you attacking the team though? Why were you doing that? It's a probable cause statement obtained stated that the 36-year-old man claimed the brothers tried to attack him with a knife during an altercation and that he and Xavier proceeded to get into a physical fight. The probable cause statement further stated that one claimed he was attempting to hit the 36-year-old man with his car to help protect his brother, but accidentally hit his brother instead. People reached out to the Yuma police and fire department for comment. Y'all, that is so sad. Because you got one person that is unalived, three people know the truth, and you got two different stories. So you don't know which story is accurate. You just don't know. Because why were the boys trying to attack you with a knife? And what were you doing to them? You know, it's all these questions. And I'm not trying to bring race in here, but what is the race of the 36-year-old man? Is what I wanted to know. Because it's not saying. It's not saying. And there's just a lot of race-driven incidents happening in today's time. Okay, to not consider if maybe they felt like they needed to defend themselves if the attacker happened to be a white male that was targeting them because they were Hispanic. So, I mean, that's just me. That I'm just speculating. Okay, just thinking maybe that was a cause. Hopefully it wasn't race driven, but I wouldn't take it off the table. But either way, you got this 19-year-old kid now who is already riddled with grief that he has accidentally killed his own brother. And you have a father that he's mourning the loss of this son, but at the same time, he's grieving the son that he's finna lose to the system. So he's lost, basically, he's losing two kids at one time. Because that son, that if he can't get that son out to prove his innocence, then he's going to lose that son to the system. And once he's in there, he will never, ever, ever be the same. Even if his innocence was proven, he would never be the same. Because for the rest of his life, he's going to have to deal with the fact that he has accidentally unalived his own brother. You know, he's going to have to deal with that. And he's going to have to deal with looking at his parents and wondering if they blame him. They love him, yes. They're trying to support him, yes. They're trying to help him, yes. But deep down, he's going to be riddled with all that grief. And like, I work at the jail in my hometown, and situations like this, we would have put him on suicide watch just to make sure that he was okay, make sure he didn't hurt himself, because he's got a lot going on. And so there's a lot of things that could be going on in his head. So we would have put him on watch. Um, Outside of that story, I saw the story about what is it? Well, before they said it was before they said it was a serial killer, I was already saying that it was a serial killer when the number was what, around 12, 7? No, when it was around 7 or 8 people. I told Mr. Wilson then that what they're dealing with is a serial killer. And yes, I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. No, that is not the reason why I said what I said. It just seems like all the information that was given is ringing serial killer. So I do live in Texas. So this is scary to know that you have this going on actively and they have not found the person that did it. And then you find 5 bodies in one bayou in different areas of that bayou. And the latest one is the teenage, well, she's not a teenager, but the college girl that was found. That I wonder what actually happened with her. I'm gonna try to keep up and follow up on her story simply because I don't know. It did kind of sound like a little bit like the news was trying to sweep it under the rug by saying, all of the deaths are not serial killer deaths, but you don't know. So so you can't just say that is not it, okay? If you do not know. Um but I will say that the young girl's death, the college student, is suspect to me. I'm not a professional. I am not a professional, okay? But it just sounds suspect to me because if she was at a gathering and she was with friends, she left her phone behind. Clearly, they might have been drinking, might have been. So just to speculate, just in case it was a party and they did have a little alcohol or whatever, she could have just wandered off. Cause I'm not understanding why was she even walking by herself anyway, especially if she was there with friends. So, but either way, regardless of the fact, she was unalived, and it's not clear from what the news station was saying, as in her leaving the gas station and walking across the street to the bayou, and it didn't look like no place that anybody needed to just be hanging out at. To tell you the truth, it did not look like that kind of a spot. So I don't know about her passing. Her passing, it could have been a part of the serial killer, but then too, it might not have been. That's the speculation that I have, is that it could very well possibly have been something different. But she definitely didn't need to be out there. Looking at what that news lady was showing at that bayou, that is not a hangout spot. And I'm supposed to go to Houston. Now, Houston is not nowhere near a part of Texas that I desire to visit anymore. I never have in the beginning, and I definitely don't now because I don't have a reason to go there anymore now. But I do still have family up there, and I'm supposed to go up there next month for a baby shower. And I might not be going nowhere, especially as long as you still got a serial killer on the loose. I might not be going absolutely nowhere near Houston. Um, no, I don't travel by myself anyway, but still, I don't want to put myself nowhere in that type of environment if I don't have to. Um, what else is happening around this crazy, crazy world of ours? I just know with everything that's going on ever since Kirk passed away, or shall I say ever since he was unalived, the world has gone slap ass crazy. And me personally, I was trying to basically tell people like, hey, y'all need to be prepared because these people is finna go ham. They finna act crazy, act the fool. And I know the word that I said. And my live just went, shoop. They turned that live off real quick. And I was like, wait a minute, y'all didn't even pay attention to what I was saying. It's to defend myself and my culture it's okay for other cultures, the white culture, to say and do what they want to do, but we can't do that, and it can be taken completely out of context, and it doesn't make absolutely any sense, absolutely none. But also moving right along, because I said I'm not going to give it any of my energy because it's no longer worth my energy. Not to sound insensitive, but I wanted to go over just in case you guys missed it. I had started my other card game, Let's Get Deep, and I was gonna read cards yesterday, but unfortunately I could not do that. So I will read my Let's Get Deep cards on this upcoming Saturday for Relationship Saturday, since it is relationship cards with questions for couples. And it comes with 4 decks of cards. What is it? Breaking the ice topics. Okay, so I understand that. Then you got the activity. And the cards, you don't have that many of some of the cards. Like the Breaking the Ice, you don't have that many of them. I think Breaking the Ice might have the least amount of cards, and then Activity might be next. And then you got the deep cards and then deeper cards. So the deeper cards has the most cards, and I still have a small deck that I didn't even open because there's just a lot of the deeper cards. But after reading them, I can understand um going through the cards, but I don't know why they would call it a game. My daughter said that she had got those cards and she just wasn't too fond of them. That's because technically those cards, they're not a game, not per se. Okay. That's the cards for couples specifically. And if you uh let's just say for myself, I have been on one blind date in my life, right? So if I was to on my blind date, I sorry y'all. Brenda Green, yes, Brenda, that story that I was telling you about the young lady, yes, it was near Houston. That story was near Houston. Um that I was telling you about. Um but back to what I was saying. I've been in one blind date. I was a teenager though. But if these cards were available and you're shy when you're on a blind date, so it's like I would basically take 2 cards of each one of those 4. I would take 2 cards on my blind date with me, right? And I would sit there and they are conversation starters. That's basically what they are. So I don't understand why they kind of put them in the category of being a game because there's no dice. I get that you have an activity that you can act out on. Like my husband and I, we did the one where you had to flick the card, but I didn't know how to flick the card. So I thought I lost, but technically, because he won, he was supposed to give me a kiss. So I can see how smaller activities with those cards are small, deep conversations or deeper conversations. Like one of the deeper cards that I had was, what was something in your past that you was glad wasn't a part of your life? So, or what was another one? Something that name something that you criticize or whatever. So I criticize dumb stuff. So so or it was asking life was life lessons or life goals, life something, life rules. I think you had to list 3 life rules or something like that. I can't even remember. What did I do with my cards? But anyhow, I can see how if you're with someone and you, like I said myself, and I go on this blind date and I have a total of 8 cards, and we each pull from the deck, from each part of those cards, those 4 cards. We each pull a card just to be kind of break the ice and get to know each other and see where each other's mindset is at and see what each other's thought process is or see where you're if you're level headed or not. Or I can kind of see how it can kind of help drive the conversation if especially if you don't know what to say on a first date or especially on a first date. So I wouldn't say those are cards that you would do as a game with a group of people because I don't know. I feel like it could be controversial. My opinion. I mean, I guess I should have saw. Maybe they could have provided us a video that showed us a group of people playing this game and seeing how people's reactions were and what people's responses were to this stuff. Hopefully, they don't have any type of political questions in these stacks because nobody wants to talk politics in a relationship, and it's always going to be all Christianities or anything of the sort. That's why part of me, like I said on, I don't know if I said it just yet. Hell, I could have said it just yesterday that I'm basically gonna stop talking about all this stuff, all this political stuff, because my channel was not meant to be political whatsoever. I just added that as a hot topic Tuesday because the political issues were getting extremely big to the point to where it could not be ignored. But at the same time, I'm gonna have to start ignoring talking about them, but staying knowledgeable up on what's going on so that I'm not just completely out of the loop, if that makes sense. So I know that's what I was saying, that I might, yeah, that's what I was saying. Y'all couldn't get on the live that I did, but I was basically saying last Tuesday that I might be doing away with my Hot Topic Tuesday because everything that's a hot topic, there's nothing fun about the hot topic. There's nothing enlightening about the hot topic. There's nothing good going on about the hot topic. I have absolutely nothing to share because of how everything is going in this world. All it's doing is pissing people off. And I am people because I'm one of them. It just pisses you off just being on there and just hearing and listening to all of the things that's going on. So I might just be doing away with my hot topics. And if I need to report anything that happened, like what happened with this young kid right here, accidentally unaliving his brother, and what happened with the young lady and 12, not 5, but 12 other people in Houston, then that's fine. I might bring those up, but it'll be brought up on Freestyle Thursday since I can basically talk about absolutely anything on that day. I'll probably just bring it up and leave all this Trump bullshit and all this other stuff out of it because it's messing with my mental stability. Not really, but it is. It's just basically it irritates you is what it does. At least me anyway. because all the things that's happening in the world, it's unnecessary. But I done got to where that I don't want to talk about that stuff anymore. Not at least not on my live, because it's driving too much hate, and I'm not even a hateful person. I don't like to argue. I will argue, but I don't like to argue. I like to, and if I have an argument one day, I like to get up the next day and move on. I don't want to get up every single day to the same shit that I went to sleep behind. And that's basically what all this is driving a wedge between cultures, between the people, when we should be one unity. And so I done got to where that I don't want to, I no longer want to be a part of reporting that kind of news, because I'm not that person. And it really upsets me to see how it's driving a wedge between everybody. But let's see, what is my time frame? Okay, so I don't have a lot of time. I got all of, what's this, 40 minutes to get ready for work. So I am going to go ahead and tell you guys thank you for hopping on this live with me. I appreciate you in every way. I know you don't have to do it, but I'm thankful that you did. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all of my platforms and comment on my y'all, my stream had come off, and I don't know what exactly happened, but I'm gonna I guess my internet or something went blank for a minute, but I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but I am going to be back on here on this Saturday, Relationship Saturday. And yes, I'm getting back to the root of why I am on here, which is to help relationships elevate, help them grow, help them last. Um, and get away from all this political stuff that's separating people and separating the unity that we need to have as as a race of people that are living here in the United States. I no longer want to be a part of driving that wedge. It's messing with me, y'all. But other than that, yes, I will still throw in um, my freestyle Thursdays as best as I can, because I do like talking to you all, and I don't want to just only be on here for just one day a week. Um, I never thought about coming on here on Saturdays and Sundays. That's a thought process. So maybe I'll do that in this. But at the same time, I understand y'all got football and all that going on, so that's something that I literally have to think about. But other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all in every way for all of your support. And I hope to see you guys here again on this Saturday for Relationship Saturday while I speak on the topics of these Let's Get Deep cards. And I am going to go through those cards until they are gone. I am going to do that. Other than that, you guys, I will see y'all next time. I got to go and get ready for work. I remember the days when I used to just sit at home all day. But I got to go home and get ready for work. And I appreciate y'all. Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give a live happy birthday shout out to my daughter, my yellow baby. She knows who she is. I don't want to say her whole name on here. But I want to tell her happy 26th birthday and I love you to infinity and beyond. Till next time, you guys. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Maybe we should take it slow. I don't feel too comfortable jumping into something new right now.